Welcome back, everybody, here to the Hawaii Esports Invitational presented by Zippy's live here from the Hawaii Pacific University Esports Arena at the iconic Aloha Tower Marketplace. Clutchkey alongside Henry with you, taking you through the final game here of day number 1. And this is the final game, I guess you could say, of the 2-match format that we will have for day number 1 from the collegiate side, as we feature Michigan State University taking on Hawaii Pacific University, the hosts here, versus the team out of East Lansing, Michigan. And this is going to be a very, very good matchup because both of these teams, by the way, for Michigan State, they started off with a win, and then against Stony Brook, HPU does fall. But both scores, by the way, falling at a 13-10 level. So this ought to be pretty interesting to find out what these teams are made of here, at least when they face each other. 0-1 versus 1-0 here as we go along, as we start to go ahead and introduce the rosters for both sides. We'll start off with the away team for the home team, rather, of Michigan State, or Hawaii Pacific University. I'm all over the place here.
You're so excited. You're too excited.
Too excited for this matchup. Hawaii Pacific University, you can see at the bottom of your screen with the rosters: X Factor, Dolo, X-Ray, Lil Scooby-Doo, as well as GK. And actually, the player we are highlighting later on here is GK, who's basically GK is one of the players that you saw in the All-Star matchup earlier on. That was a highlight, if you will, because they got a pretty good kill. And Director Jordan from the Hawaii Pacific University says this guy can clutch up at any given moment. And for GK, I mean, a freshman, that's pretty dang good to do.
Yeah, I mean, the freshman from Castle ended up taking over the game and getting MVP there. So we're looking to see if, the same can continue for the collegiate scene. And then we have the other side, Michigan State. We saw them in game number 1. We're going to get to see them again. The roster, you know them, you love them. Unless you're the home teams.
Yeah, unless you're the home team here. And you can see on your side of your screen Frog, Frodo, Ice Bear, Slammed, and Moonrow. And from this team, we featured a freshman on the side of HPU. Let's feature a freshman here from Michigan State, and that's going to be Frodo, who has an excellent record on their own. We saw that during a little bit of matchup between the University of Hawaii as well as Michigan State. Frodo did a couple of good things during that round as well. So freshman v. freshman here in our player highlights presented by Zippies for you. So this is going to be a very, very interesting round. Again, both teams had their 13-10 matchups, although one was on the good side of it, the other side was kind of on the bad side of it, if you will. So this is going to be a matchup worth watching, because this is really going to determine if HPU can make that climb back up, or if Michigan State is going to stay up top of the rankings, because 2-0 in a double round robin out of 6 games, pretty good start for you to make the finals.
Absolutely so. Every time we've seen the 2-0s in any type of format, right, that tends to lead to you getting out of the stage and moving on to the next part of the bracket. I will say, though, that with the way that we have our second matches, it is possible that we have 2 teams at the 2-0. It's also possible that we have all 4 teams tied at 1-1 at the end of today. So that sets up for a lot of potential here as we head into the map that we're going to be playing. It is going to be a revisit onto Bind here. So we saw a lot. We didn't see a lot of KJ, which I know you really wanted to see. But I think this was one of the very few maps where both sides did the Brimstone instead.
Yes.
So a lot of tactics changing up here. And I want to see if it's going to be a mirror of what we saw in that previous game with the double Brimstone, or whether they're going to switch it up a little bit. I was talking with the observing section of our production crew a little bit about this. We didn't see too much Viper in this map, which is actually one of the main highlights, because you can cut off an entire entry point on, for example, B that blocks off Garden, that blocks off Hookah over there. You could also cut A in half, and there's a lot of different configurations for you to be able to do that. But we do see another unique agent already locked in, Lil Scooby-Boo, going for that Gecko.
Going for the Gecko here. I think one of the first times we were going to see Gecko here the day at all. We didn't get to see it with the University of Hawaii as well as Michigan State in their matchup, and now we're going to get to see it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time Gecko gets pulled out today. We've seen Deadlock
altogether.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen ISO either. So ISO is one of the few agents we haven't seen either. Shame. We don't get to see the solo ultimate in any case. But as they start to lock in their agents here, of course, Brimstone, I guess the key point to point out here for Hawaii Pacific, though, going a little bit, like you said, of a different look. Gecko gets pulled out. That breach is also being monitored as well, at least being hovered at the current moment, and now it's locked in. So the big point I do want to make here for Michigan State, they have 2 duelists, 2 controllers, 1 initiator, no sentinels on their board. They are that confident on the attacking side here.
Yeah, and if you can get enough rounds in on that attacking side, that defense doesn't need to be as critical, because it's as simple as, if you go 11-2, winning the pistol round, winning the bonus, and that's your 13, right? So I think they're going for a little bit more of push onto the aggression in that first half and making that count. But obviously on the other side, HPU are going to make them earn those aggressive rounds, whether they're going to be rushing a site, whether they're going to be looking for picks. But we did see double Brimstone once again on both sides, and you know, we could see a little bit of the same, a little bit of the different, but it's got to start right here, right now.
It's got to start somewhere, and it's got to start right at the beginning here as we see the fly-through of Bind. Again, really sad that there's no KJ, I will say that. It's a little disappointing.
We had KGs enough already. We all
Look, Ascent was not enough. Ascent and Lotus were not enough. Give me more KJ. I'm a KJ one trick. What else do you expect from me at this point?
I think you just want the, what's it called? You want the game mode where they're all the same agent, and
yeah.
you just want 10 KGs on your screen at the same time.
By the way, 6:52 right now. It is it's pretty much dinner time. If you find yourself getting hungry, make your next stop Zippy's. Their app has a ton of promotions and ways for you to earn rewards and prizes. Zippy's also a restaurant on the cutting edge of technology, and as part of that process is always looking to expand their team. So go ahead, check out zippys.com/careers for more details. And we are hitting the 7 o'clock hour. Dinner sounds good right about now, but also sounds good right about now is the craziness that's already going on in the very early stages of match number 2 here in the double round robin scenario. 2 out of 6 being played already in the opening pistol round. You got a 1-for-1 trade, and so now they're already going to start flattening down here. And Slammed getting another pick. Slammed was one of the big highlights there from the All-Star match that we saw earlier on, and Slammed is another one you want to keep your eyes on because this guy is good, to say the least.
Yeah, and don't say we didn't expect
oh boy.
to see. Okay, I didn't even get to finish my sentence. I didn't even realize that the kills are racking up. What a statement way to start round number 1 with a full-on ace on your star player, and you can already see it in the buyout. Getting an ace in round 1 with the plant does mean full loadout for round 2.
Full loadout for round 2, or, I mean, Outlaw save some money for the next round, I guess.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Straight up, just go for the...
Double it and give it to the next person.
Oh, jeez. What do you double 2,400 credits with?
The rounds. You're doubling the rounds.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, whatever. So you see the lineups here for the buys. At the very least, you've got the Spectres, and of course, like you said, full buy. You've got the Nano in hand, along with full shields, mind you. So that ace so good for you right now. There's paint shells hitting onto this break, and this Rage just staying there with, like, no hesitation whatsoever, and we'll run right into the gun. We'll run right into the Trailblazer. Actually, Moonro dies to it, yes, indeed. And actually, it will be Ice Bear, Frodo, and Moonro all finding their picks at the very least. Michigan State losing 2 in the process, but in the econ round, they're up 2-0.
Yeah, and you can't say you didn't expect it. We did say MSU are going to be counting on that aggression with the double duelist. They're going to be pushing as many rounds as they possibly can in this first half and banking on the fact that they will not need to count on the second half as much as they can. And a quick 2-0 start already, pretty much rushing onto site from the get-go. I would say round 1 was probably a slower round, but round 2, they had the advantages in the weapons, and they definitely pushed it as best as they possibly can. Looking to see if they can do it for a 3rd round in a row. Trailblazer taking the lead, not going to find anybody. Dolo going to have to back up as much as possible. Stim Beacon does kind of give away the location of where he is, but noise is being made on both sides as the spike is being planted. And it's going to be a rotate. Ice Bear clearing out the site as quickly as possible, does look for these Cypher traps and clears them out immediately. A second plant here, the Scooby-Boo does get tagged, sending out Dizzy, not going to find anybody, but it is going to be now the retake on the side of Hawaii Pacific.
Spike is not planted, so for Hawaii Pacific University needed to reclaim this, and through the flash, through the smoke and all, Slime is able to find another one, but GK and Dolo both finding their picks on the headshots. Meanwhile, the Rays finding 2, one on the Spectre and one on the boot bot. Paint shells will get thrown out, and the paint shells, it's all utility. It's all instinct with that utility from Frodo, the freshman, giving themselves the 3rd point.
And they said utility can't do damage. He legit got 2 kills from the abilities alone. Run from the bot, 1 from the paint shells, and that's just what you want to see if you're on the side of Michigan State, pushing this aggression, not even giving HPU the opportunity to think. And yeah, you pointed out, Moonro's got 10
assists in 3 rounds.
Yes, that's an 11 KDA. That's actually the highest on the entire roster right now.
I would say that's the highest we've seen through 3 rounds at all. I mean, that's good is an understatement. I would say 10 is usually the number of assists I get through 2 games.
That's the hope. That's the hope that we reach.
Yeah, that's.
But Slam is hoping to find somebody, but immediately dashes into the Dizzy and gets punished by the Frenzy immediately. Frodo able to avenge his fallen brethren, but now it's 4v4. Health bar is a little bit low on the side of HPU, and we're seeing this quick rotation on the side of Michigan State once again. HPU looking to see if they can get anything here or if they can catch any stragglers late on the rotate. We don't hear a plant quite yet. It is going to be finally committed with a smoke blocking any type of vision, any type of entry points onto the site for the retake.
So Michigan State having the 3-0 lead, having not a man advantage, but a health bar advantage, really. Frodo gets GK not looking the right way. You had 2 corners to check. You picked the wrong one. Now they go around the corner. There's the flash of a beautiful guiding light. Moonro adds a kill while also adding 2 more assists to the bank. Make it 12 assists for this Sky overall. 14.0 KDA on the board as Michigan State goes up 4-0.
CT's hallway is a little bit of a shooting gallery coming out here. It's crazy what they're setting up here. They're utilizing the utility. The blinds are perfectly synergized with somebody ready to fire and capitalize on the situation. And I think, you know, it's hard to say, but I don't know if the one thing to tackle here is the initial aggression that Michigan State is putting on, because these retakes just don't look as successful as you possibly think. Andre's about to catch out one, but dodges away from the blind and is able to trade. Gets one immediately. X Factor, true to his name, takes out the enemy Brimstone. Slammed, however, already has an op in hand and takes one, adds it to the list. Is it going to be another? Has the dash ready, avoids the Dizzy, but they are aware of where he is.
4v3 and the man advantage here. Michigan State not planning just yet. Falling oh so low. Slam, though, making a 3v3 scenario, at least in the man advantage wise. Health bars falling oh so low, and yet Ice Bear somehow still alive. Here comes the Sky healing, but remember that healing doesn't heal yourself. Ice Bear didn't even need the heals in that point. Around the corner comes the little Scooby-Boo. They get the site for free. Now they have it planted on to be in a 1v3 scenario, and boy, Snakebite's just staving them off, and that Trailblazer giving them some info that, yes, indeed, there is someone in CT's side, so they could probably just play this all the way lax back unless they run right into the raise. Boombot is out. We've seen the Utel come out before. Utel's got to make some good work of it this time around. When a 1v3 scenario, they know he's all the way back there. Ice Bear getting the good heals all the way up to 5. Another assist counted up for Moonro as well. 13 here for this Sky. Make it a 15 point, actually 14 assists now. 16.0 KDA.
You're very invested in the assist.
I am, because as soon as he dies, I'll stop. But to a perfect scoreline so far, hey, that forces a timeout from HPU.
More assists than all 9 other members in the lobby, which is a very impressive thing. We do have a timeout active for the time being. HPU definitely want to recollect themselves, make sure that nothing gets too out of hand as we get a minute for ourselves to take a breather.
Yeah, we take a breather, as well as we wanted to let you know that Hawaii Esports Invitational brought to you in part by longtime partners here of Vanta Leagues, Hawaiian Telcom. If you're looking for the best lag-free gaming experience, we definitely recommend going to their booth and asking about their bundle deal with Fi Optics Internet. Sub 60 millisecond ping to West Coast servers, and God, I wish I was at 80 millisecond. I'll tell you what, going to playing Valorant the other day, I was at like 80, 90 on the internet service provider, I will not say, but sub 60 millisecond ping sounds like a dream. But with that, going to West Coast servers, Hawaiian Telcom is your edge to guarantee you're racking up those wins in any online game. Again, go check out Hawaiian Telcom at their booth here today, as well as throughout the entire week and coming up tomorrow as well. So timeout's over with. HPU needed to take a breather here as well, because the kill line, well, breathtaking over a minute at the very least, we could say. But Michigan State lining up with a 5-0 lead here, and the Hawaii 5-0 is not on the side that you wanted here if you're the home team right now.
Absolutely, and with the power that, you know, MSU keep on displaying, it's kind of interesting, because you think, okay, with the operator, Slammed has taken a little bit of a backseat, is not pushing as aggressively as you would like, and so that might, you know, slow down MSU just a little bit, but being able to cover one of the entry points has proven to be more beneficial than do harm, as we're going to see this Viper wall going to cut entry in half, not going to deter Michigan State too much. This is going to be a save round, though, so we're going to see HPU try to take down as many members as possible, but we did see earlier in the day, save rounds can lead to round victories. It's going to be an uphill battle here on the side of Hawaii Pacific University.
Yeah, especially in a 5v3 scenario now. Michigan State with man advantage. They're already on site. This site is free for them if they want to start planning, unless X Factor can do something about it. Flash will come out. That's a beautiful flash, getting 3 members. However, unable to take advantage of it. We'll throw out the fault line for right now. Seeing if that finds anything. Aftershock still available to them as well. Little Scooby Boo's able to find one. There's one being thrown out, but Moonro and Frog both finding their picks around the corner. They'll get the plant money as well. Timeout not well spent for HPU.
There's silver lining in here. This was quite possibly the slowest MSU has taken in terms of time to get onto the site, so they're playing a little bit more cautious. Part of it might have to do with the fact that Slammed has an operator. Part of it might have to do with the fact that HPU, they talked a little bit about how to address that aggression, and so you definitely saw the Spartans slowing down just a little bit. But you know, this could be a little bit of a momentum swing. We may not see it in the rounds for some time being, but we do know that this was HPU's buy round, and so the credits are going to be scarce after this. X Factor trying to see if he can be true to his name. Does encounter Ice Bear. It's just going to be pot shots for the time being.
And Snake Bites will stave them off for a little while too. Meanwhile, you've got the 5v5 looking around and that little overhang that you and I know very well that one of our friends loves to do with the Omen. Loves that one, but instead will not happen. There's the showstopper out and about. It's going to blind fire and is able to find GK. That is just unlucky. If you're GK there, Spike is planted down on B yet again. They're going to have to try to retake this, but the way this usually goes is that they're just going to throw out the U-shell. They're going to fire the shots. Little Scooby Boo's able to go and flick on to Slammed, which is a big pick for them, especially on the jet. Pack out, nothing doing. As Frodo's there to sniff that one out right away. Onto the point they will go. Attackers win yet again as Ice Bear cleans up on CT side. 3 kills for Ice Bear. And the Spartans up 7-0.
Continuing their win streak. Making quick work thus far. Going to have to see what they're going to do now is on the side of HPU. Going to have to go through that save round. Mandatory if you invest your credits. You're not able to get too much out of it. They did take down 1 member, but with the win streak going as is, it's not too much of a dent inside of the Bank of Michigan State's credits. So we're going to have to see where that is. I will mention, though, they do have many aggressive ultimates available. They have the Orbital Strike. They have the Showstopper. Those can be like pseudo abilities that can take down several members if used well and within synergy. Neuro Theft is going to require a dead body in order to get that on, but already the plant coming out for MSU.
Another B site that they will go to as well for this team. And 4th place right now currently from the big Esports conference as Ice Bear is able to take care of X Factor. That Snake Bite going to stave them actually both off from that walkway for a little while, but Scooby Boo's able to win that with the Frenzy. So hey, the pistol showing up well and about here. Man advantage, health bar advantage, though, not looking all too good for Michigan State. And Slammed in the smoke is able to find 1 peeking in, 1 outside of it. And Slammed finds another one. This guy is absolutely crazy. Little Scooby Boo's going to need a miracle to win this one out, especially on a thrifty round. Wingman is out. Wingman gets shot down. It's not even going to matter. You might as well just die for the orb here. Pike Slammed finds 4. Slammed is amazing. The junior gives himself another 4K. Michigan State up an 8th spot.
Frodo just dies. He's like, it's okay. Screw it. We're fine.
They have the econ.
They did. They absolutely did. And, you know, we're back on that 1-2 rotation. HPU get to buy up again. I want to know what the strategy is going into this, because we're obviously seeing time and time again the very quick aggression and just plant on the side of MSU. I wonder if HPU want to consider just 5-man investing a site. You know, like the retake isn't as good, but if you happen to luck out and match that 5-man aggression on the side of Michigan State, that could stagger them, and that delayed plant could mean variability in their game plan. Frodo, though, is having none of it. Already takes out the enemy raise. First blood here for the round as Ice Bear pushing very aggressively. Orbital Strike going to take down Slam. No, just kidding. The dash out is in time. The Blade Storm is already going to claim 2. And last one standing is going to be Scooby Boo. going to see what he can find, but it's a very, very uphill battle for him.
It's always Scooby-Boo that's the last one
It
alive,
is.
apparently. And, well, Mosh isn't going to do anything for you. Dizzy isn't going to do anything either. The freshman Frodo makes it a flawless round here. And flawless is the name of the game for Michigan State. Not a blemish on the record thus far. 9-0. And Moon, I will say I didn't notice this, but Moonrow finally did die, so we'll no longer talk about it.
He did die.
That's still an S+.
That was a while ago,
That was a while ago.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that he died at one point before. 1-14, still a really good score line here, especially with the timeouts only happening once per half.
Yes.
Michigan State already giving them the 9-3, if that, but I think it's going to turn into a 10-0 as of right now because you look at the economy here, only 2 Sheriffs, 3 Stingers, or 2 Stingers, 2 Sheriffs, a Spectre, and all light shields. No full shield buys. This is fully in Michigan State's hands. At this point, it's theirs to lose, but we'll see what happens here with their first pick. When they go B so many times, this time around they will go A, and A, it's A-okay here for their attack thus far.
The spray.
But anyways, over to Strike is able to find X Factor from Frog here, and it's just a combat stim just to see if they line up and transfer on over to the gun, if anything. But they'll plant down. It's a free 3v1 here for Michigan State.
Yeah, and I think, 2 kills is probably the most it's been in a while, so there is some silver lining to it. I wonder if GK is going to try to pick that weapon up. Obviously, very worried about the people that could be peeking this angle, but is able to get a Vandal for himself. And now, what is the ensuing fight going to look like? Neuro Theft is in time, going to be able to reveal where the enemies are, and then decides to push up as a result. Is aware of where everybody is, and that's going to start 3 plants. That's going to be a bird coming out. Unfortunately, the flick is not as clean. Entry onto site is successful, but MSU do clean it up, and like you said, 10-0 so far for that first half. We talked about how easy it is for MSU to wipe it up here and finish off if they can get to 11, because winning pistol, winning bonus is all it would take after
I
that.
will tell you what here, I talked with, again, the director as well as Andrew one of the first days here that he's on the job, actually one of the first days. He's on the Michigan State team. He flew him out with the rest of the team as a coach necessarily, but still the director and all that said that the kids, when they were at the Zippy's social event, if you will,
yes,
all the kids were clamoring for the chicken. I kid you not. They were apparently holding them back for seconds, holding them back from everything. And apparently with the scoreline right now, they want to go back to Zippy's and get more food. And right now it is around dinner time. They want that chicken so badly as of right now. And they're looking to get this perfectly right now. Slammed is able to take care of X Factor. Ice Bear as well. Slammed just insane. Good is not good enough for that kind of work. And the shorty kill. Oh, you can't do it to him like that. Slam just ends all hopes. They're 11-0 on the precipice of perfection.
A clean first half would be absolutely insane. We haven't seen anything even similarly close for the rest of the day. We thought the high schools would have a little bit of variance because that's where the unpredictability is.
Well, you talk about variance. It was 13-5 most of the day anyways.
I know. That's kind of funny how math works out like that.
What's the statistic on that, Mr. Math?
Let's not talk about that. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But I think an 11-0 start is rarer than 3 13-5s throughout the day.
Yes,
I will tell you that.
I mean, but for Michigan State right now, again, right now currently 4th place inside of the big esports conference, again, the Big Ten conference for esports, essentially. But the Spartans, 7-2 record, 13-6 map wins. Bind is apparently one of the better maps here. So because they went to Bind A, this is looking to be pretty dang good for them. Slam is able to get a little Scooby-Boo, but not before Dolo's able to get one back. So it's a 4v4. One of the bigger threats is gone, and I say one of because there's still the rest of the team to worry about. Frodo's now gone. The freshman is gone. The player we highlighted is gone. So here we go. This is HPU's best chance we have seen thus far to find out if they can get it. Showstopper is out. I just got to find something here with that Showstopper around the corner. They will go. Fires it away in the door.
Viper's
and
Pit
nothing
down.
there. Viper's Pit is down indeed. X Factor's got it. Will we see a
Moonrow
point?
left.
Moonrow is inside of the molly, and HPU at the end of the half will score their first point, avoiding the perfectionist run.
I just want to say I predicted the 11-1. I want everyone.
Godsend.
I want everyone to know. No, just kidding.
I want to point out that apparently you have fortune-telling powers because it's not the first time you predicted this sort of thing.
That's kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah. All right. So what are the winning lottery numbers out on the main line?
The Powerball.
Yeah, the Powerball. What's the Powerball winning numbers, real quick?
No, those are for me.
Okay, Oh, come on, can't share. I mean,
No,
we're gonna take a flight. I'm gonna take a flight.
You
up
want
to
the
Texas.
constellation
Yeah.
pattern.
Give me the constellation pattern with me. Maybe I can win something up there. No, but 11-1. So like you said, bonus round or pistol round then bonus round is all they would need.
Takes,
it's
yeah.
all it takes.
So this is a very pivotal round here for HPU. I know this is just the first round and a half, but we have seen time and time again throughout all of the best of ones and all of the best of threes that we've seen today, the first round has always led to a second, to a third, potentially even 4. And so HPU, they need this here. This is the make or break moment. Even though MSU have drafted for offensive, there's nothing stopping them from pushing the aggression even on the defensive side.
They
GK,
want it. Oh. They don't know. They have no clue. There's a
they lack critical information.
There's a headshot for number 1. At the very least, they get the one on the trade. And now they got to. And Ice Bear's got to worry because now Ice Bear's got to cover the flank. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is there. Frodo's. Oh no, Frodo doesn't hit the shots. Frog does though on the headshot. Cypher versus Viper, and that's a really big stall out as well. However, Ice Bear is there. Figure their own HP 2v1 scenario. Another man advantage for them. Ice Bear's got to either get the kills or this spike has to get defused, but with 2 looking down their path, it's not going to happen. Little Scooby Boo's able to get the classic, and it's going to be a second point. So all be damned on that pistol round and the bonus round here in the first place. It's not going to happen this time around at the very least.
And that's signs of life here for HPU. This isn't even an exaggeration. This is you're looking down at a 0-2 start potentially for HPU if you lose this. But being at 1-1 doesn't only put you in the middle of the bracket, but you're also putting MSU at 1-1, which guarantees at least somebody tying with you in second place, which is exactly what you need if you want to head into that next day with momentum. The second round is where it all begins here, and HPU, they have the weapon advantage. Ice Bear trying to look for a flick, couldn't find it onto Andre. And now, sending out the paint shells, exposing your location is Frodo. Freshman down once more, and that's a 3v5, a huge numbers advantage, but Moonro finds one immediately with that Sheriff in hand. Shout out to the Arcane Sheriff, by the way, to Slams. Love that one.
Well, you love anything Arcane.
Oh, well.
Let's be real here. As soon as Arcane comes out on Netflix, we're all watching it. We're all in the Discord channel watching it, probably.
Oh yes, there will be a watch party. But Slam,
just like Gudetama, really. That's a behind-the-scenes story. We won't farther into depth of it. HPU right now in a man advantage, 4v2 health bars wise. That's guy falling oh so low, if you will, down already to half health, already in the red. So Michigan State's got to be careful here. But it is an econ round for them, pretty much a bonus round here for HPU. So they could really go right on in and find out what they want to do.
Out.
Slam is able to find 1 kill onto Dolo, another headshot, but it's not going to be enough. Needing to find 2 more headshots. It will not happen this time around. HPU gets a 3rd point on the board, their 3 straight points after 11 straight from Michigan State. So I don't know if I've ever said this on Bind, but attack-sided map?
You wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't think, right? But the way this is going, attack-sided map?
Attack-sided map? We always say that. We have this weird thing where we always, every time we've mentioned blank-sided map for Ascent, we're always wrong. And I feel like I can't say that this is an attack-sided map too early, but it is looking very much like it.
It looks like it.
I will mention that round was pretty expensive on the side of HPU. They lost 3 members to get that round going, and so light shields for half of the squad here, and you can already see the repercussions that led to. 3-man push, showers, and you're playing defense on the side of MSU. That is something you do not expect. A Bulldog kill, also something you do not expect to start off this round here.
That's a solo Dolo kill right there onto
Solo Dolo.
Slammed right now. That's a big pick for you on the Jet. However, gonna get much more than that. Moonro's able to take care of GK. It's a 1v4 scenario. Firing away, trying to spot him out, and Frodo's able to take care of Dolo right around the smoke. Was actually outside of the smoke, and now Michigan State, well, again, we cursed it for the attack side at the very least. 12-3 here for the defending team. 9 opportunities at match point, the closest one out, and end day number 2 with a 2-0 record.
Yeah, and the credits not looking too good. We talked about how they killed 3 in order to make that round expensive. That led to light shields. That led to basically about as best as a buyout as they could. Didn't end up winning that round, and so now MSU with near full buyouts versus what could possibly be a little bit of putting the garage sale together to discourage up another round in HPU as they're going to peek out short as quickly as possible. 5 people dead across 2 teams just like that. And Spike already down on the side of HPU. It's going to have to be a situation that they salvage if they want to stay in here in this round, keeping this game alive. Munro at 2 health, and Sky as a character, you cannot heal yourself, so that is going to be a low health bar for as long as this round is going to last. GK going to spot out where the remaining members are with the Neuro Theft, but does know then that one person is on B. How is this rotate going to turn out here?
Michigan State in a 3v2 man advantage now, looking to close out day number 1 with a 2-0 record. The flight here, well, let's just say 4,405 miles to get from East Lansing campus all the way here to Hawaii Pacific University. It might be worth it here to start the day off at 2-0 record as they flew in on Wednesday night. Flew into from LAX, and now Michigan State on the cusp of going into this scene at a 2-0 record. Great shot there from Lil Scooby Boo. That's going to allow them to plan onto site. And here we go. It could very well be the final round as plant goes on. Now it's on Michigan State 2v2, making a 2v1.
Thrash!
GK is able to get there, and now it's the Thrash along with GK getting the kill. We are not done just yet, folks. 8 opportunities left to go.
So it's good to know that that part of the map is deadly for both teams.
Yes.
It is not just in
It's
favor.
not one-sided.
It's not one-sided. That hallway has no mercy no matter who you are.
All right, time for another rework. Time for another one.
Rework the hallway.
Rework the hallway, yes.
That's going to be interesting.
I need 3 doors in that hallway.
The trigger ones, like on what's it called? On Ascent. On
or
Ascent
Fracture.
A. Or Fracture.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That would be a hellscape. Anyway, HPU won the round. Again, not the cleanest because they did lose 3 members, but they won the round regardless. They're still in this best of 1 as they need to continue doing this in order to stay here and potentially tie it up. They would need 8 consecutive rounds in a row on top of the one that they just won. So you can see already, Dizzy does blind up 2 members, but the Blade Storm immediately dashing into the teleporter. I don't know if that was the play that was intended, but it does take down the Spike.
Got a hit and run.
Really? Hidden TP.
No. Hit and run, really. Just hit and get the heck out of there, really. That's what happened. 4v3 man advantage now for Michigan State. Spartans want to close it out here. GK waiting around the corner, is able to find one onto Frodo and is able to escape before that peak with the Sky, making it a 3v3. So HPU having the Spike down here. Where is the site open, though? Because they have that Cypher waiting, but you can see the positioning here from HPU. They've got 2 here just waiting ever so patiently, trying to figure out where the heck they want to go. Meanwhile, this Cypher just being very patient.
This is a very interesting thing.
Yeah, this is a very interesting camera angle. Thank you to our observer here. What's happening here? And I think, yep, JK finds Moonro, spots him right away. That's the spy cam, has the Neuro Theft using as well. They're going to go all the way to A, so the call out here, go to A when you have the man advantage in a 3v2 scenario. GK knows where 1 is. Doesn't see 1 in the smoke, though. Comes out of the smoke. What a flick, and GK will be denied the ace, but they're able to plant down in a 2v1 scenario. Michigan State's only player left is Frog. And now, waiting ever so patiently. They lined up, and you saw it. They lined up, but HPU is able to escape at the point, and look at the health bars too when they lined up.
Oh my goodness. I think that was a body shot that hit them both, because if that was a headshot, that was the round. That was the match.
Oh boy. You just need a headshot.
You don't feel it based on the scoreline being 12-5, but these rounds are pretty close.
Yeah. Some of these rounds are close indeed, especially that last one. Again, you saw the question mark hanging over that. Was that a headshot? If that was a headshot, man, like you said, that could very well have been the match right then and there. So anyways, minute 40 on the clock here. I mean, what do you do if you're Michigan State? Obviously, you still have some comfort level, but you've lost 2 in a row. I mean, this is, again, you can look at the economy as well. This is not the greatest situation for them.
Absolutely, and I'm personally not worried too much yet, unless the tiebreaker is round differential. I mean, 13-5 is still very possible. You are on that lower purchase, though. Ice Bear is able to claim 1 regardless of it. Is it going to be 2?
Oh my god. They find 2. They get the spike down anyways, but it's a 2v5 scenario. It could be a thrifty round here. Slam finding a headshot. What a flick. Looking for another. It's just the Cypher left.
What?
Oh, GK is gone, and on a thrifty round, Michigan State says aloha oi to HPU, able to get the 2nd game win, and the Spartans out of East Lansing are 2-0 on the day, and that is a great start for them going into it. And they are now, by last check, by the way,
Okay.
outside it was 11 to 8 in favor of Stony Brook. So it was 11 to 8 in their favor. And 13-8 was actually the final score outside for their matchup. So it is the two mainland teams, Stony Brook as well as Michigan State, both lining up with a 2-0 record going into tomorrow.
Yeah, so the two home teams have some turf to defend heading into it. I hope they enjoy their well-rested fried chicken piece meals because they obviously earned it. But
that's damn good chicken.
I think there's going to be a little bit of discussion heading into the night because you're going to have some time to recollect, maybe think about the games that went on today and what can be improved from it. As for the 2-0 teams here today, I would say the first games for both teams very, very close, within 3 rounds, right? 13-10s for both sides. And now over here, a little bit of a stronger performance, almost like they warmed up and got into the flow of things, but still had some hiccups, There were moments where it wasn't the cleanest of performances, and so there's always room for improvement, and that's exactly what I love about the collegiate scene here.
Yeah, and another 13-5 on stream, by the way. It is pretty much off of it. By the way, some stats up on the screen. Let's bring those up because you've got pretty much an interesting situation, especially with the match MVP being slammed. And, of course, you cannot argue that at all. 384 ACS along with 26 eliminations on the entire time. And the 2.0, you love it when the numbers kind of just even out itself. KDR 2.00. What a way to end the day here if you're this Jet. But slammed, part of the All-Star match for a reason.
Absolutely. So you love it when your duelists can trade more than 1-for-1. I can only ask so much from myself, but they are up on the stage. They are up on teams, intentionally. So props to them, props to Slammed and the rest of Michigan State. We saw both of their games on broadcast today, and they cleaned it out pretty well.
Michigan State and Stony Brook go into day number 2 tomorrow, which we'll start off at around the same time, about 9 o'clock here Hawaii Standard Time. Stream right around 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're a fan of Michigan State or Stony Brook University. Big thanks to, of course, our presenting sponsors, Zippies, as well as the rest of the sponsors, Aloha Pacific Federal Credit Union, Hawaiian Telcom, Mobile IT Force, PC Gamers, Coca-Cola, Hyatt Regency, Esports U, Twitch Hawaii, and ESPN Honolulu. And of course, tomorrow, don't forget, we will have more action left to go here. We're featuring Valorant here on stream, but there is plenty on the schedule for the rest of the day tomorrow. You've got Apex Legends tomorrow. You've got Super Smash Brothers tomorrow. There is Madden as well tomorrow. So there is a lot to go for tomorrow here. So join us if you are here on the island of Oahu. Join us tomorrow starting at about 8:30. I believe doors will open. 9 o'clock, the matches will start. But right here, live from the Hawaii Pacific University Esports Arena at the iconic Aloha Tower Marketplace. That will wrap us up for day number 1. And until tomorrow morning, right back here from HBU Esports Arena, we say take care, have a good rest of your night as you've been watching the Hawaii Esports Invitational presented by Zippies.
Not happy with your loan rates and high fees? Want to hear a secret? The best way to bank may be at Aloha Pacific Federal Credit Union. Our members are also our owners. That's why your loan rates are so low, and you have very low or no fees. We don't have stockholders, so all our profits go to member benefits. Now that's a great deal. When you have Aloha, anything is possible. Visit a branch or alohapacific.com.
We work hard to put a smile on your face. As a member of Aloha Pacific Federal Credit Union, you get surprisingly low rates on loans. So you can buy that car or house, pay for major expenses, or consolidate debt. We treat your money like we treat you, with Aloha. And you get expert advice for a better financial future. When you have Aloha, anything is possible. Visit a branch or alohapacific.com.